It's season 3, episode 1 of the Jerome Tang era. We've seen the previews. Tonight we open the curtain on the real show as K-State hosts New Orleans from Bramlage Coliseum.
Thrown at them, and they got to be confident, not tight. In the exhibition game, the summary by Coach Jerome Tang was, we were the favorites. Everyone was new, trying to learn, be polite to each other, and play tight. You need to be aggressive, confident, and attack.
Yeah, it was a 70-56 win in the exhibition win over Fort Hays State, and at times looked like an exhibition game. Brendan Hawson's first three is off target and rebounded by the Privateers. They start 4 guards and 6'8" Kerwin Price. They're coming off an exhibition loss, 105-102 in over loss. And here's Max Jones. Where's number 2? Off to C.J. Jones. He spins. Too strong. Offensive rebound. David Gasson has the first 2 of the season for the Wildcats.
It's a rebounding battle just like they did there.
Open 3 for Turk Vincent. Gasson pulls that down. Leads the break ahead to Max Jones. Back to David. Ends it in. Gasson with the rebound and the layup. Price to the rim. Hawkins got poked in the eye, and it lands in the lap of Josh Short, who lays it in. And a 5-4 UNO lead.
Big test of which team can come together the best, because both of them are integrating a lot of new players, trying to find their rhythm.
White over Ugo hits a 3. James White, who was just 1 of 9 in that exhibition game, but gets that one to drop, and it's an early 8-4 lead for the Privateers.
That's the only thing that was missing in that first game. We've talked about him already, how well he played. 3-level scorer. If he adds the 3-point shot at a high level, he'll really be a factor.
David Gasson rips. David Gasson for the Wildcats.
He had 3 last year. He's going on a different pace here as he knocks it down. He's worked hard on that shot.
Yeah.
Played overseas, internationally. It's made a big difference.
Jacobs answers his second triple to start the.
Good ball movement so far by New Orleans.
Josh Short floats in on the baseline.
I think it was said often with the Privateers.
Stand the other night against Fort Hays.
Yes, he was. He was able to find him.
And what a play by Turk Vincent. I'm not sure I've seen Buddy get denied at the rim at all in his K-State career, but he ratcheted it back. There was Vincent there to tip it away. And a nice drive and finish from James White, and it's
a 3 going to the basket, and that time getting the loose ball.
For what they lack in size, certainly make up with speed and effort so far, and dropping shots, which is what you need to do on
the national championship there, and then was no longer the head coach and moved into an administrative role for a couple of years. Now he's back being a head coach right there in New Orleans.
Great play out of the timeout, and Ugo gets the jam on the
clock was running down.
Privateers 54% so far from the floor, including 3 threes. Jones steps into a 3 and hits. Max Jones.
And then has a touch on that big-time 3-point shooting.
Hawkins fights his way into the lane, but couldn't finish. White in transition. Bumped and fouled. Counted for James White, and a chance for a 3-point play.
It's great body control.
Had a career high a couple years ago against Mizzou when he was playing in the SEC. 14 against the Tigers. Finishes off the 3-point play. Here's the full court press. K-State breaks it. Buddy strong to the glass, and he is fouled by Price. Just under 4 points a game and 2.5 boards as a freshman a year ago.
Inside, get opportunities to score. There's a big height advantage for the Cats. Swatted it away.
Just under 5 on the shot clock. Short from NBA range. And he hits.
Road where these dark uniforms and fight everything that a team has, including the crowd.
David Castillo lines up a 3. Jones got it back, tries again, and he's fouled. And let's check in with our sideline reporter, Sophie Smith. It's in about 17 days span.
One of the things that he's seen basketball played by all ages and strengths, and how you all kinds of looks with his basketball team. We'll see how far along they are in their game tonight, but we know right now they're shooting the ball well.
K-State with some half-court trap. And the finish inside for MJ Thomas.
Something K-State has mastered in the previous 2 seasons under Jerome Tang. We'll see if this year's version is ready to start running effective inbounds baseline plays.
Jones from the corner. He hits. The lid is off as Max Jones. White's floater. No. Hawkins clears the glass. Dumped into David Gasson. He fights his way through 2 defenders. Counted in the foul for David Gasson, and he'll head to the line with a chip.
The Swiss Army knife. Coleman Hawkins got the ball right into David Gasson, and he went up and scored with 3 guys around him, but all 3 guys much shorter.
Jerome Tang calls Hawkins a connector, which I think is a great way to describe him. He just makes everybody out there better.
Connector, scoring, defense, rebounding, doing a lot tonight.
Gasson, a little step through, got it back and scores it with the left hand.
Got off balance a little bit on his foul, but it was actually a New Orleans player that ran into his own player. You got, hey, what happened? I just got hit. Oh, it's my own guy.
Hawkins.
Look at David Gasson again.
Brendan Hawson tees up a 3. Bang!
Jerome Tang, I should say. Jerome Tang's timeout.
Hawson, pump fake, lets it fly, and back to back. Hawkins forced it in there and turned it over.
Yeah, the force was the key. There was no room to throw it between 2 defenders.
Jacobs, hand off to White, floating in the lane. He's got the soft touch. James White gives UNO the lead back. See, Hollowell talked about him being a 3-level scorer, and we've seen it all here in the first half already from James White. Getting to the rim, knocking down a 3, and beautiful mid-range floater. Hawson is fouled, and he'll shoot 3. That's Jerome Tang today. If there's a player,
really test your memory. Do you remember this guy? Oh, yes, I do, I think.
Short from the free throw line. Ugo the rebound.
Right at that free throw line or just slightly inside of it is the little pocket that they've been able to find to get shots so far tonight.
McDaniel to C.J. Jones from Gasson, coupled with some enhanced three-point shooting here from both Max Jones and Brendan Hawson has the Wildcats on a nice run here. Hawson's going to try another one. Heat check, and Hawson hit.
K-State's pushing New Orleans further away from the basket just to get started. Way outside the three-point line.
Playing zone on this inbounds play. And the jam as the lane parting
home.
10 to shoot. McDaniel around a screen. Buddy.
For being a starter for the club.
High to snag it for K-State. Hawkins in transition. Hawkins floats it up to Buddy Rich. What a sweet pass from the hip. Put it right on the money.
Yeah, they really thought he was going to keep the basketball, so 3 guys converged on him. And even though Buddy was a little late to react, didn't get the dunk, but he was able to get the easy score. He was so wide open.
Deep 3 air ball from Day Hunter. Not sure that's the look UNO wanted on that trip.
Look at Hawkins taking it in. 3 defenders convinced that he is going to try to score the basketball.
Full court pressure coming from UNO.
Oh, good trap.
Foul on Max Jones. So K-State turns it over at midcourt. Great steal by Josh. In the first half against Fort Hays State a week ago in the exhibition, they turned first half as K-State's finally got on track offensively. Plenty of time here for the Wildcats to get the final shot. Max Jones. Yes! And the foul with 2.3 to go.
M.J. Thomas. Big screen and then cross court. Misses the free throw, but
gets it back. 5 points in the last 2.5 seconds for Max Jones with the max effort to get his miss.
Extra credit where some teams just said, let's blow the drawers off the opponent, and that will help in the net, and it does. So K-State needs to play all the way through the end and maximize whatever the victory margin could be if they're able to win this game.
Hawson floater to start the second half, and he's got 14. Good ball movement. Jones floats in. Another offensive rebound for David Gasson. Jones around and off the backboard and down. Max Jones against the Huskers, and here he is, but got it blocked at the rim. Nice cut, but Coleman there to reject his layup, and Price in transition as his first two.
That's the kind of game that New Orleans would.
Jones just bullies his way in for a layup.
That's the strength I was talking about right there. Just a great example. We've seen him shoot a beautiful shot, soft shot. What a great drive. Josh Short. Help defense not there with the body.
Hawson from 30. Oh, baby! The Amarillo assassin is now the man.
And he said, stay off the baseline, stay off the sidelines, and if they can just stay in the middle, he thinks they'll be all right, guys.
Jones has 19. It is Jones and Hawson putting on a clinic here for K-State, and they've
make 10 or more three-point shots.
Jones and Hawson each getting a break now, so we'll see if the rest of the Wildcats can continue this run. Weak side board. And a deep three in the corner stops the run. Scott Drew's staff at Baylor, that was such a factor for the Bears.
Baylor was a staple for a while.
Yeah.
And they did it with a lot of length. K-State has a lot of length.
David is
Manning's third year here. All 3 years with Jerome Tang and his staff. A lot of continuity on the staff with K-State basketball.
good look. And the finish for Josh Short, who's had a night.
Privateers.
McDaniel downhill, and his floater off the window drops. First two is a Wildcat for Doug McDaniel. Ugo the board for K-State. Skip pass and the three for DC. David Castillo, the freshman, with his first bucket. Talking about this team before the season started, said, we think we've got the talent to be a better three-point shooting team and a team that takes care of the ball better. And those were two huge issues last year. The team turned it over too much and just shot 30. Backs in the defender. Turnaround, no. Tip try from David Gasson just rolls off. But give him another offensive rebound.
Oh, good steal. Bad pass.
Jones leaves it for Gasson.
Steal by Max Jones, and then he lays the ball behind for the big-time slam by David Gasson. Look at this. Pulled the defender with him. Said, Kerwin Prince, you come with me.
Prince leading up to this game. The question was, well, Max Jones didn't play in the exhibition. The fans haven't seen him play yet. Last year, lead scorer at Cal State Fullerton. What's it going to be like for him being a role player this year? And Jerome Tang said, you haven't seen him play yet. He may not be a role player. And from the looks of the first 30 minutes here tonight, he's not a role player. And there's the first three of the season and the first points in a Wildcat uniform for Coleman Hawkins.
6 different Wildcats to make a 3 tonight.
And Jerome Tang also talked about he wants to see more catch and shoot threes like that from Coleman Hawkins, because in practice he's a 50% shooter from deep.
Yeah, he often puts the ball on the floor.
C.J. Jones has another three, his second of the game.
You're a good shooter from the outside.
Floater drops. Josh Short continues to impress. Good looking sophomore for the Privateers. Hawkins triple teamed, fights out of that. Now back to reset the offense. So nice to have a 6'10" guy so at the top of the offense so many times. Plays that point forward spot. Alley-oop from Jones to Gasson.
And you see why C.J. Jones is a starting point guard. Does a nice job distributing. You said K-State wants to look more like they do in practice. That's the kind of pass that he has been making.
K-State sharing the ball so well. And now when the shots are dropping, the assists are piling up. 20
You mentioned the good passing by the Wildcats tonight. 20 assists in the game with still 8 minutes left. You go back to last year's team, and it was not what Jerome Tang wanted, an NIT team. They only had 4 games where they had 20 assists or more all season.
K-State spreads it out, looks for a pick and roll with McDaniel and Gasson.
And a chance to set a trap there, and they didn't do it.
Beautiful feed. Easy money there for David Gasson. Hawkins. And they'll reset it. Step back three. Doug McDaniel, no. Another tip in from David Gasson.
Not last year.
Spin move, Hawkins.
It's good to see Hawkins do that because that's not where he's.
Blocked by Hassan. Doug McDaniel. And a foul called on McDaniel, learning the point guard position the way Jerome Tang wants it played here.
See, just until he was substituted out, C.J. Jones was in there with Doug McDaniel. So to see those two guys work together.
White puts it on the deck. Tough shot over Jones. Good box out from Hassan. Oh, threw that away. McDaniel trying to feed it through a couple of defenders. And a foul on Hassan at the other end.
He's a favorite. Stephen F. Austin, Nichols. Other NAIA coach, a national champion from Loyola, New Orleans, is staying in. No surprise at all. It's either David Gasson was going to get the rebound or Jones was going to tip it.
Three drops for Turk Vincent.
Yeah, that's a good job. He was going to pass the ball to the corner and make the extra pass. K-State's 13 three-point makes at a 43% clip.
McDaniel with the three run to the rim. By Fall has checked in, the transfer from Arkansas.
Gasson's 15 rebounds, a new career high. Another 20-point game, which he has not had a lot of.
Alley-oop by Fall. Welcome to K-State, big fella. It didn't take him long.
Donald's All-American goes up and dunks the ball, a transfer from Arkansas. And how about the pass by Doug McDaniel? No doubt about where that ball should go. We talked about that earlier. Keep the ball up high.
Including alley-oop.
Exactly. I think there's needed to be a goaltend there, but officials are letting them play.
Might be showtime again. Another alley-oop for By Fall. Inside a minute. Jones nearly has it knocked away, and he does. And showtime for James White.
We've seen some showtime from James White early in the game. Twisted his ankle. I'm glad to see that he's okay, but he has not had that same explosiveness since that first half injury.
Steele. Everything but the finish. Manning there with the rebound. CJ to the left hand. He is smooth.
Now that one was under control, and he made it look like he was going to take it across. The defensive action was to move away from him, to switch to his left hand, and had an easy layup.
White lines up the three, back rim, rebounded by Grant Kemp.
3 o'clock.
And that'll do it. Stan took a while for the Cats to get going, but once they started clicking, pretty impressive.
Yeah, to think that they were 10 points behind and New Orleans was bringing it in a first game situation. What do we say one of the keys was? Don't be tight. They were in the first game in the exhibition against Fort Hays State. You